The morality of algorithms. Machine learning algorithms are all around us these days. They are being used for everything from movie recommendation to sentencing in criminal court. But can algorithms really be objective when they are created by human programmers? How can we resist immoral and biased algorithms?
Today, technology makes many decisions for us, from social media recommendation to bank loans and court verdicts. We are often told that algorithms are about objective and accuracy, but this is the real case.
We as humans are biased. We have a lot of prejudices, some we know about and some we don't. And there is this idea that we don't turn decision making to computers instead of humans. We can avoid some of these biases. We are learning and algorithms can be just as biased as the humans and create them.
What's an algorithm? In computer science, an algorithm is a set of instructions for solving some problem, step by step. Typically, algorithms are executed by computers, but we humans have algorithms as well.
Algorithms are trained on the data that people create, and people, as you know, are not always objective. For example, in 2018, the Compass Crime Prediction system in the United States mistakenly identified black people as more likely to commit crimes. This means that society bias is transmitted to machines. Another example is the algorithms of credit systems. Research has shown that artificial intelligence can underestimate the credit score of women and members of minorities because it analyzes historical data in which these groups receives fewer loans.
Algorithms are becoming more and more involved in major decisions in many industries. They're already helping decide who gets a loan, who's hired or fired, who can travel freely, and even who's arrested and how long they go to jail. If these algorithms are flawed or biased, it could actually amplify injustice and inequality.
On the other hand, algorithms can be much less biased than humans. For example, machine learning systems help doctors diagnose cancer from AMR scans. A person can make a mistake due to fatigue or emotions, and the algorithm analyzes only the facts. AI is also used to combat bias. For example, Google is developing methods that make recruitment more equitable by eliminating discriminatory factors.
AI is only as sharp as the data it learns from. For instance, a study at MIT Media Lab found that the leading facial recognition systems correctly identified white male faces 99% of the time. But with dark-skinned female faces, it made mistakes up to 35% of the time. That's likely because the data used to train the software is often overwhelmingly white and male. One widely used data set was estimated to be more than 75% male and 80% white. ProPublica recently investigated the algorithms used in courtrooms used to predict the risk of criminals committing future crimes. These risk assessments can be used to help make critical decisions like who can be released from prison and how much the bail amount should be. They found that the algorithms falsely predicted black defendants to be future criminals at almost twice the rate of white defendants. But researchers are shining a light on these systems, the people that create them, and the data they train on. They're part of a movement calling for algorithmic accountability.
But the important question remains, if an algorithm learns from people, can it ever become truly objective? Or will it always be a reflection of our imperfections? One of the ways to make algorithms more fair is to make their work transparent. If companies disclose how decisions are made, users will be able to understand why their loans applications were rejected, why they seek certain ads.
Another option is to introduce ethical principles into programming. For example, developers can specifically adjust algorithms so that they do not repeat the discriminations of the past.
As algorithms get more complicated, as we start using machine learning and artificial intelligence, even as they become more powerful, they're becoming less transparent, which means it's hard for us to be able to really tell why an algorithm is behaving the way it is, why it made a decision the way it did. So transparency is becoming more difficult, but it's very important in order to make sure that these algorithms aren't behaving in a biased way. This is a reminder that the diversity is incredibly important among the groups of people that are actually creating the algorithms, because without diversity, biases can be baked into these algorithms, and so they'll behave in a prejudiced way, just like a biased person would.
And for conclusion, algorithms already play a huge role in our lives. They can both help and harm, depending on how we create them. Therefore, we need not to only trust technology, but also critically analyze its impact on society.